3,000 alien warships hover over Earth. Their demand? 12 billion human lives, overdue for repayment. Humanity thought the debt was forgotten. They were wrong. One weapon, one decision, and everything the Velkari ever built ceases to exist. Every empire, every star, every memory. Survival comes at a price no one could imagine. The Velkari Armada materialized above Earth like a steel constellation, 3,000 warships, each the size of a city. Admiral Roxwell Tane watched from lunar orbit as their lead vessel, the Ascendancy, broadcast its final demand across every frequency humanity possessed. 17 cycles overdue. The transmission hissed, the Velkari's triple-layered vocal cords producing harmonics that made human teeth ache. Your species borrowed star drive technology. Payment is due. 12 billion souls. Be processed for biocomputation matrices. Roxwell's jaw tightened. The debt was real. Humanity's great-grandparents had begged the Velkari for faster-than-light capability when solar expansion threatened Earth. The price? Deferred payment in biological currency. Humanity had spent 70 years hoping the collectors would forget. They hadn't. Activate Mercy Protocol, Roxwell said quietly. Dr. Elif Bahara's hands trembled over her console. Her daughter lived in Mumbai. Her grandson in Sao Paulo. The weapon they'd built, Mercy, was designed to erase debts. All debts. Forever. Spooling up, she whispered, God help us. The Velkari didn't believe in warning shots. The Ascendancy demonstrated its patience by glassing the Australian outback, turning red earth to black glass. 7,000 vaporized in the opening statement. Then Mercy spoke. Son, it wasn't visible. The weapon existed partially outside conventional space-time, a mathematical impossibility made flesh, or rather made absence. Researchers had discovered it buried in quantum foam, a pocket dimension where the universe kept its drafts, its rejected calculations. Humanity had simply learned to open the door. The Ascendancy vanished, not destroyed, not exploded, simply ceased being part of the equation. 300 ships around it blinked out simultaneously, folding backward through causality itself. The Velkari commanders didn't even have time to scream. One moment they were demanding payment. The next, they had never existed at all. But neither had the stars they'd visited, or the civilizations they'd conquered, or the children born to their crews. Oh Christ, Elif breathed, watching her readouts. It's cascading. Roxwell felt ice crystallize in his veins. Explain. Every ship we remove creates a causality vacuum. The universe backfills by erasing everything they interacted with. Their home system just... She made a helpless gesture. 5 billion Velkari. Gone retroactively. They never existed. The remaining Velkari fleet understood instantly. They were watching their empire unmake itself, their own memories fracturing as relatives and lovers became might-have-beens. Their rigid doctrine, always collect, never negotiate, had blinded them to the possibility that prey might become predator. The second-in-command, Admiral Kresh, whose name Roxwell would forget in 3 minutes as the cascade reached her birth world, opened communications. Her translator crackled with genuine terror, her chitinous mandibles scraping against each other in distress. Stop, please. We forgive the debt. We forgive all debts. Shut it down. I can't. Elif's voice broke. It's selecting targets based on causal connection. Every creditor species in your network, every enforcer, every... She looked at Roxwell with haunted eyes. It thinks it's helping us, removing everyone who could ever threaten us. 17 empires blinked out. The galactic arm restructured itself around their absence. New stars appeared in Earth's sky, stars that had been hidden behind Velkari megastructures that had never been built. Roxwell made the only choice he could. Burn our own anchor point. Delete Earth's connection to the star drive technology. That's the trigger event, Elif protested. Everything collapses back, and we lose FTL. By small price. He met her eyes. Do it before Mercy decides we're creditors too. We've loaned ships, technology, help to other species. If it traces those connections... The decision took 19 seconds. 19 seconds, during which 32 civilizations ceased to have histories. Then, Elif severed humanity's link to the quantum foam, and Mercy, confused, incomplete, collapsed back into mathematical potential. The galaxy snapped into a new configuration. The Velkari Armada hung above Earth, but only 700 ships now. The rest had never been built by an empire that had never grown beyond 3 systems. Their admiral, a young officer named Terrace who'd never met Kresh, stared at Earth with religious awe. "Your species just..." She couldn't finish. Her people's legends spoke of a vast empire, but records showed only a modest federation. The cognitive dissonance was overwhelming. "We paid our debt," Roxwell said simply. "Now leave." They did, quickly. Elif stood at her console, watching the stars rearrange themselves into new patterns. They'd unmade trillions of lives, compressed empires into shadows, and humanity would never know the full cost. The weapon was sealed now, locked behind equations that would take centuries to rediscover. "We're monsters," she whispered. "We're survivors," Roxwell corrected. Then softer. "Same thing, maybe." Earth remained, humanity remained, but in the cold mathematics of causality, they'd committed genocide on a scale that bent reality itself. The creditors had begged God to forget. Instead, God had forgotten them. What price would you pay to survive? What debts haunt your reality? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe for more tales from the edge of existence.